So the internet is losing its mind right now. Aliens are trending, zombies are trending. Everybody's got a bunker plan and a bug out bag they bought off Amazon that's full of what? Tactical sporks and a whistle? Cool, super helpful. Meanwhile, I'm standing in rural Mexico covered in egg yolk with 11 brand new baby chicks chirping in a plastic tub under a heat lamp. And I'm thinking, if the zombie apocalypse actually hits, I'm good. I'm so good. Welcome to Prepped and Petty. I'm Mama Kay, and today we're talking about the zombie apocalypse, but not in the way you think. We're bringing it back to the homestead, back to reality, and back to what actually matters when the world goes sideways. Spoiler alert, it's chickens. It's always chickens. Okay, let's talk about what's trending. Every other week, it's something new. Aliens spotted over Missouri, government admitting to UFO programs, zombie deer disease, bird flu jumping species, and the economy's about to collapse again. The shat hit the fan this, bug out that, and honest, I get it. The world feels a little apocalypse adjacent right now. But here's what gets me. People hear zombie apocalypse and they immediately think guns, ammo, underground bunkers, and some dude in tactical gear eating freeze-dried beef stroganoff alone in a hole. And I'm like, sir, you can't eat bullets. You know that, right? The real zombie apocalypse isn't going to be flesh-eating monsters. It's going to be people who don't know how to feed themselves when the grocery store shelves go empty. That's the zombie horde. Hungry, confused people who never grown a tomato, never kept an animal alive, never made anything from scratch, and they're going to be knocking on your door. So while everyone's debating whether aliens are real or the government's hiding a zombie virus, I'm out here building the one thing that actually saves you in a scenario: a homestead, food security, animal husbandry, skills, the unsexy, dirty, covered in chicken poop kind of survival. And let me tell you something, the zombies aren't coming, but inflation is here. Supply chain issues are here. Climate chaos is here. And if you're not growing something, raising something, or learning how to preserve something, you're already behind. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, story time. This one's personal, and I need to tell you about Negro. Negro was my rooster. He was a big boy. I mean, black as midnight, absolutely freaking gorgeous. And he was the stud of this little homestead. I mean, this dude took his job super seriously. He had 13 ladies that he made sure every single one of them knew who he was, and he was the man, strutting around like he owned the property, which honestly, he kind of did. And then one night, within my first month living here on this 1 acre homestead, something got him. A wild animal. I don't know what. Could have been a coyote. We have heard them. A dog. Who knows? But he was gone, and it broke my heart. Now, here's the thing about grief on a homestead. You don't just sit with it. You do something about it. That's the something between a prepper who's all theory and a homesteader who's living it. Something terrible happens, and you figure out how to turn it into something that keeps you going. So, what did I do? I went straight to those nesting boxes and I grabbed every single brown egg I could find. Because here's the thing, my flock is a whole mess of breeds. Let me break it down for you. I've got Rhode Island Reds, or at least that's what the lady at the market told me they were. Quote unquote, purebred Rhode Island Reds, she said. Ma'am, some of these chickens are white with red spots. Sparkles, I'm looking at you. You're not a purebred anything. You're a beautiful little liar, and I love you. Then I've got some Gallina Finas. That's a Mexican breed, and they're gorgeous. Some of them are cute little gray who know what's it, and Red, who's a mix of a Rhode Island Red and something black, I'm really not sure, which came from the same batch as Sparkles. But then there's Juana, who was formerly known as Juan, who I still call Juan sometimes. And we're really not sure actually what Juana is. She's kind of a mix of whatever felt like mixing that day. She's the mutt of the coop and she owns it. I had two beautiful black Brahmas, Negro, the rooster, and his sister. And I had because, well, same thing. Another animal came and got Negro's sister. And this property was, it was rough in the beginning because I didn't really have a chicken coop or a run. So nature doesn't know what your feelings are about your cute coop or the coop names. Anyway, we'll get to that. So I knew that the hens who laid brown eggs were the ones who most likely got the visit by Negro. So that was Juana, Sparks, and Red, because they all lay brown eggs. So I grabbed all 22 of those brown eggs in 2 different batches and threw them all in my incubator. And I waited, and I stressed, and I candled them like a crazy person. And guess what? 11 hatched. 11 little fuzzy butts came into the world. Is that the best hatch rate ever? No. 50% is just okay. But honestly, I don't care because 6 of those babies are black. 6 little dark babies carrying Negro's genes, his legacy. Still strutting around this homestead even though he's gone. And that, my friend, is homesteading. That's what prepping actually looks like. It's not hoarding canned goods, although it's okay to do that too. And it's not buying practical gear, which is also okay to do, but it's looking at loss and saying, okay, how do I keep going? How do I build from this? And it's eggs in an incubator. It's life from loss. It's 6 little black chicks running around, reminding me every single day that life is hard and brutal and so worth it. Okay, now we need to talk about my duck situation. And this is where it gets real. I have 5 ducks, okay? 2 beautiful ladies, Lucky and Lulu, and then the 3 drakes, 3 boys. We call them the 3 tenors because they are loud, dramatic, and honestly, way too confident for their own good. Now, if you know anything about ducks and chickens, actually, you know that the ratio of like 3 drakes to 2 ladies is no bueno, like really bad. Those boys are relentless and they're too much for my girls. Poor Lucky and Lulu are seriously getting harassed, overmated, stressed out. And as a responsible homesteader, I can't let that continue. The girls come first, always. Why? Obviously, because they lay eggs. So when my daddy comes to visit me in about a month, we're doing the deed. We're culling the 3 tenors. And look, I know some of you gasped. Oh, some of you are clutching your pearls right now. And I get it. I do. I don't love it either. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that culling is fun or easy or something I look forward to. It's not. The hard part I can't do. I'm going to be honest with you. That's daddy's job because, well, sometimes it takes a man to do some things that a girl doesn't want to do. But everything else, the plucking, the cleaning, the processing, I can do that. I will do that because that's part of this life. And here's where I bring it back to the zombie apocalypse theme. In a real SHTF scenario, you have to know how to do this. You have to know what it takes to how to take an animal from alive to food, not because you're heartless, because you care enough to do it right. You have to make sure the animals have a good life and a quick, respectful end, and to make sure your family eats. Those 3 boys are going to take up, actually 2 boys. The 2 boys are going to take a lot of room in my freezer because we're only leaving 1, Lemon. They're big. I mean, we're talking duck, like big duck soup, duck stock for days, nothing wasted. That's the deal. You raise them well, you honor what they give you, and then you use every single part. And honestly, before my birds get the deed done, I give them gratitude and I say thank you. And I give them love and respect their life. And then the process continues. So this is okay. This is the conversation that the prepper community doesn't have enough. Everyone wants to talk to you about what gun to buy or what nobody wants to talk about or what happens when you actually feed yourself. Can you kill a chicken? Can you butcher a duck? Can you gut a fish? Because if you can't, your AR-15 is just an expensive paperweight when society collapses. So let's get practical. If the zombie apocalypse or, next pandemic, economic crash, grid failure, whatever actually happens, what do you actually need? I mean, let me give you Mama K's real survival list. Number 1, food production, not food storage, food production. Cans run out, freeze-dried meats run out, but chickens keep laying, gardens keep growing. Of course, depends where you are, unless you are some genius and have like the guys in Saskatchewan who have bananas growing in their dome. But anyway, you have to learn how to produce food, not just stockpile it. Number 2, animal husbandry. Know how to keep animals alive, kind of a, important thing. How to breed them, how to hatch in an incubator, and yes, how to humanely process them. And it's the full circle. You don't get to just pick and choose some, even though I am waiting for Daddy to come help me do the deed. Number 3 is water, which actually probably should be number 1. And I cannot stress this enough. Clean water, how to collect it, filter it, store it. And you can survive weeks without food, but 3 days without water. I'm not the perfect water collector yet, but I'm getting there and I'm learning as I grow. So number 4, community. A lone wolf prepper fantasy is just that, a fantasy. You need people. You need neighbors who trade eggs for tortillas. You need a friend who knows about medicinal plants when you can't get to a pharmacy. Isolation is how you die. Number 5 is mental toughness. And this one is a big one because homesteading will test you in ways you cannot imagine. You lose animals. You'll fail. Things will die. Your rooster will get taken by a predator in the middle of the night and you cry, and then you'll get up in the morning and collect eggs because that's what you do. The zombie apocalypse isn't about zombies. It's about you. Are you ready? Are you learning? Are you doing something? Or are you just scrolling TikTok waiting for the aliens to land? My petty preppers. That's episode 2 of Prepped and Petty. Today we talked about real zombie apocalypse. We honored the legend of Negro the rooster and his 11 little new babies. And we got real about the 3 tenors and what culling actually looks like. And we reminded everyone that homestead is a survival plan. So if this episode hit you in the feels or made you laugh or made you think, share it, tell a friend, leave a review, or send it to the guy that you know that with the tactical spork collection. You'll know what I'm talking about. He needs to hear this. Next episode, we're going deeper. More homestead chaos, more real talk, more petty, purposeful, truthful bombs from the 1-acre jungle in Mexico. I'm Mama K. Stay prepped, stay petty, and for the love of all things holy, hatch some eggs.